I'm Sarah Colvin, and I'm here with Chief Crosby outside the Barnstable Fire Department. It's a beautiful morning in Barnstable Village, and you got a nice ride into the fire station today, Chief.
Yes, it was very nice. They showed up at my house this morning with a 35 Mac and told me that I could come in here, drive it myself, and bring my wife to work. So
was that a surprise for you?
Yes. Yeah.
So, of course, all in celebration of your retirement. Chief, talk to me a little bit about what made you decide that this was the right time for you to retire.
Well, I've been chief for about 8 years now, and technology's changing, requirements are changing. I've managed to work with the department for almost 40 years, and it's I'm just running out of new, innovative ideas, and I don't want to hold the department back, but at the same time, I think we've gone a long way under my time here. I started out as a call firefighter in 1973, so I've held every position there was in the fire department.
Obviously, after a career spanning so many years, there must be many, many memorable moments. Can you share a couple of those with us now?
Well, there's always the times when you go to somebody's house that's on fire, and you look there, and they're in absolute panic, and we're the ones that are going inside. Gone into many situations like that. A couple times at the condominium complex up there that's burned. Once was a lot easier than the other one. But it's really been a great time. I got my picture in the paper for putting oxygen on a cat one day. That was up in the ER and everything, all over the ambulances, and everybody was like calling me the cat guy, and this and that. So a lot of good joking goes on in the fire service, but all in all, we're all here together to serve the public, and that's what our job is.
Absolutely. So, Chief, words of advice to budding firefighters, someone who may want to start out their career these days.
Well, right now, EMS, medicine, paramedics and the ambulances are taking over more of the work that we have to do. So if you want to be involved in it, you should want to be involved in the full aspect of it. All the fire departments on the Cape provide ambulance service. I would recommend, at a minimum, you need to be an EMT to get on most any fire department now. Most of them need to be paramedics. College is a good thing. Education, getting your degrees. You could get a degree at Cape Cod Community College to start in the fire service. And the other thing is, if you want to become a top-level management, then you need to continue your education. I got my master's degree in 2004 after I finally became chief. While I was working on it up to that point, I've been in college since I started in 1989. I think I was enrolled in college every single year I was here.
Great. Are there any particular challenges to leading a department or to fighting fires here in Barnstable Village?
Well, actually, we have a wonderful fire prevention department here that puts in a lot of work. And our number of fires are way down. I think we live in a fairly affluent community, and people take care of their properties. And smoke detectors have absolutely reduced the number of serious fires because people are finding the fires before they start. We used to go to people's houses all the time when the kitchen was on fire, and you'd get there and it was smoking. They put the cigarette out in the trash can under the sink, and that was what it was. But now, they're catching it. They're catching it beforehand. Smoking is down. They have fire-safe cigarettes. The next big change for the fire service is going to be residential sprinklers. And they're going to save more lives too.
Absolutely, and I've heard a little bit about that, and certainly we heard a lot about business sprinklers, especially after the big disaster in Rhode Island several years ago. But talk to me a little bit about residential sprinklers. Is this something that people are going to be required to install in older homes? Is it going to be a requirement for new homes, or has that kind of been hammered out yet?
Well, it's still a long way off. The International Building Code establishes sprinklers in new 1 and 2 family homes. What they haven't done is they haven't accepted that in Massachusetts. They did have some of it, and they were going to take it on, and then they decided there was so much lobbying. Sprinklers don't go off like they do in the movies. Only 1 sprinkler head goes off, or 2 sprinkler heads go off, which limits the damage to the building from the fire, and it allows people to escape. Residential sprinklers do not protect the property as much as they do allow you more time to escape. And that's what people need. And at the same time, with lightweight construction in the buildings today, they need to be able to hold the fire down a little longer because we're not able to get there as fast with traffic and everything else and travel time. So people have spread out. They're not all in the center of town anymore. And the longer the fire burns, the more likely it is that the building's going to have a catastrophic failure and hurt or injure firefighters.
Sure. So, Chief, what are your post-retirement plans? Anything immediate? Spend more time with your family? Or
Well,
take some trips? What's your plans?
My wife retired yesterday from TD Bank.
All right.
And we're going to spend the summer on Cape Cod. We've got a boat in the water. We're going to spend time out on Barnstable Harbor, and we're going to do the touristy things that are on Cape Cod. I think the first thing we're going to do is go to Yarmouthport and walk around out there.
All right.
And see what's up there. We always go to Provincetown years ago, but we were talking the other day, and we've only been to like Chatham twice. And we live here. We've lived here. We both lived here forever. And,
Exactly.
It's just, it's wonderful to go away, but there's a lot of stuff on Cape Cod to do, and it's going to be a great time.
Absolutely. Well, Chief, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us, and thank you for your service,
All right.
and I wish you best of luck on your retirement.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we're here with Deputy Chief Frank Pulsifer, soon to be Chief, I imagine.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, and welcome. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us. So talk to me a little bit about your career in fire service thus far.
Okay, well, I started in a rural town in central Massachusetts called Berlin. It was a 2,500 member community. I started as a volunteer when I was 18. I got hired full-time at the age of 25 in Northborough, which was right next door. Several years later, I got hired down in Centerville as a fire prevention officer. And a couple of years after working there, I got hired here as deputy fire chief. And career's been really good to me, and chief's been really good to me, and it looks like I'm going to be promoted to chief soon.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
What do you have any memorable moments thus far in your career? Anything that really says I'm really glad I became a firefighter?
Yeah, I love every day of the job. It's the best job in the world, and when you have a job that you just love to go to every single day, it's terrific. I love giving back to the community. This community is a great community, a lot of great people. I love serving the village of Barnstable. It's a lot like my hometown where I grew up, so it's a really great feeling. Yeah.
Doesn't hurt that you have such a beautiful place to go to work to every day as well, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We're better than on Cape Cod. This is one of the best places on earth right here. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So have you been picking Chief Crosby's brain over the past couple of weeks and kind of getting some advice from him as seasoned chief?
Yeah, he's been a really good leader. He's ever since I started here, he's been working with me on showing me budget management, personnel management, and that sort of stuff. So he's been bringing me up to speed. I've been picking his brain, for the last few months, knowing that he was going to be retiring soon, and he's got 38 years on the job. That's a lot of information that is going to walk out the door when he leaves. So, he said, you know what, if you ever need anything, give me a call. He's just that kind of guy, just really nice, and hopefully I won't have to bother him too much.
Exactly. So do you have any goals right now that you're thinking of for the department as you become its leader?
Well, I just want to, progressively keep moving forward, make it as safe a community as I can for the folks that live here and certainly visit here in Barnstable. I want to make it the safest place that I can for my firefighters. That's obviously one of the most important things to me, and just have fun, have a lot of fun doing it.
Great. Well, Deputy Chief, thank you so much, and congratulations in advance.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.